Hey, I'm Skip, and I'm here for the Best Damn Movie Show. I just watched Walk Among the Tombstone, and stay tuned for reviews of that. And this is where I'll leave you. No Good Deed and Love is Strange, along with news, views, and information with me and your host, Vinny LaSpada, from the couch. We'll be right back.
I don't like the pillow on the camera. Okay, I'm gonna give you something you can refuse. Welcome to the Best Damn Movie Show, right here on YouTube.com. I'm your host, Dominic Colenso, and my partner here, Vincent Alfredo. How are you, Vincent Alfredo?
Come on, you can't do a voice?
I can't think of anything to say.
Wow.
I wanted to.
And welcome to the Best Damn Movie Show. I'm your host, Vincent LaSpada, always joining me on the blue couch, the couch. The man sits to my right. Right?
That's right.
On the right. Is it right? Yep, on the right. He sits in the fourth row. From the fourth row, we do it every single time at the movie theater. Dan Skip, how you doing, Dan?
I'm having a good time. Had a good week. We got to see a good little group of movies this week. We got a lot of news to talk about.
Yep.
It's going to be a good show.
We're going to be reviewing No Good Deeds. I seen that on Sunday. You've seen it on Tuesday.
Yep.
We're also going to talk about... This is Where I Leave You with Jason Bateman. We saw that on Monday. Also, we're going to be talking about Welcome on the Tombstone with Liam Neeson. We saw that on Wednesday, and then you saw another one on Tuesday.
Yeah,
also.
Love is Strange.
That's the gay one, right?
Yeah, that's got a gay couple. Yes, it does. It has a gay couple. Alfred Molina and John Lithgow play a gay couple. Yes.
Oh, stop it!
Well, I have to
Stop it, you big feeling good.
I can't differentiate between gay movies, black movies, Hispanic movies, white movies, action movies, comedies. I gotta see them all. If they're good, I gotta see them.
We also, we also have been talking about lately. We're going to be doing side videos besides this one. Each week, we're going to bring up a topic and we're going to talk about it. We're going to have a 15 to 20 minute discussion. And this week's topic is theater cost and theater cost and what it costs to put a movie in a theater, what the theater makes, what the production house makes, and we're going to pick one actor, which this week is Liam Neeson, and we're going to put all his totals together on how much he made in that movie, and we're just going to discuss it. So check out that that show. Should be hitting by the end of the week, maybe Saturday, Sunday. We'll figure it out. But how's your week been, my friend?
I had a good week, man. Me and you've been trying to rack our brains on how to get and create. We want to give you out there who are listening the best possible show we can, so we're trying to figure ways to do that. Me and Vinny have been working hard at just trying to give you quality and give you bang for your buck while you're watching our videos and listening to our reviews and listening to what we have to say. We want to be the most knowledgeable. We want to have the best quality show. And so we've just been thinking a lot about that stuff and going to see movies.
Well, I know this weekend I went to Fanboy Expo 2014. You said your brother went too, right?
Yeah, I think my brother went. Yeah.
I got a very good interview up on the bestmovieshow.com with Michael Berryman from he was in The Hills Have Eyes. He was the guy on the front cover of the movie. You cannot miss him. He's deformed. Really nice guy. He also was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and he was in The Crow.
Yeah, he's been around Hollywood quite a while, knocking around doing this or that, mostly horror movies.
But I had a really good 30-minute interview with him. We discussed Brandon Lee, The Crow, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Christopher Lloyd, Jack Nicholson, and the list goes on and on. We had a really good, really nice guy. He gave me the interview, so if you want to go on there, check that out. Other than that, Fanboy Expo, it was a success. I gotta tell you that I don't Fanboy Expo is not as big as like Spooky or the AFX show or MegaCon, what comes here. What Fanboy is pretty much giving us the other side of the movie industry that we won't get here in Orlando. You know, this year they had Lee Majors. We were going to have Richard Cale, but you know, rest in peace, Richard Cale.
Yeah, disaster.
Yeah, that week he fell and broke his hip, and then that Friday he died. And really sad. I was looking forward to meeting him. He was Jaws in the 007. He also was the familiar face from Happy Gilmore. He was the old guy that had this nail on his head. That he had to hit. Happy had to hit the ball off his foot.
Oh, okay.
That's who he was. But also Scott Wilson, who plays Herschel in The Walking Dead. Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite was there. Ho! Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I was going to show you my hacksaw.
But keep that 2x4 away from me. Keep that 2x4 away from me. Get that out of here.
Ho! But no, I got this 2x4 signed by Hacksaw Jim Duggan, which I thought was kind of cool because, you know, I like collecting odds and ends things that people don't really have. You know, like Freddy Krueger's hand signed by Freddy Krueger. You know, I got a Jason Mass sign. You know, I mean, I got unique stuff, and that's how I like to do. I like to have unique things signed by unique people. I also got this Walking Dead cardboard cutout with the show on it that I'm getting a lot of people from the cast. I also met Andy Miller. She was the first zombie that was on The Walking Dead. She was a little girl with the doll that Andrew Lincoln found the sheriff on the beginning of season 1. So there was some interesting people there, you know, and I'm glad I got to talk to some people, see some people I probably will never see again. You know, and you know, if you're not a big fan of autographs and things like that, it's still cool to go and see the Q&As and listen to them and talk about their career and things you might not even know. You know, I found out a lot, I did, about Michael Berryman and the career that he had and some of the things on sets of the movies that I've watched and I never knew. So, you know, check them out. You know, always go on, there's a thing called conventionscene.com. If you go on there, there's all the conventions all over the world, all over every city, all their events are right on that page.
Yeah, and I also added some videos to the Best Damn Movie Show page of me being quoted on some podcasts and me calling in a podcast called The Schmoes No Show. So if you want to see some of my comments and quotes that I talk about on some other previous shows, you can find them also on the Best Damn Movie Show page on Facebook.
Well, let's get into some reviews. I know I have a review of No Good Deed, which I'm going to throw it. I'm going to throw it to Vinny, which I think he's live outside Altamont 18. Vinny, you there?
Hey, I'm your host Vince Lospada. We just went to go see Walk Among the Tombstones. This one's starring Liam Neeson. I gotta say, before I get in my review, I feel like Liam Neeson does this a lot. He does roles where he plays the good guy and it's a shoot 'em up. And it's always like that. And I'm not saying that Walk Among the Tombstone was bad. I'm just going to say that it's been done before. You know, he does these kind of movies. He plays a cop, he plays a sheriff, he plays a detective. So it's nothing new that we haven't seen before. But I gotta say, a little action, not too much, thrillful, mystery, suspense. You got it all in this movie. What I didn't like about it was there were some slow parts. There were some parts that you kind of, you know, you saw and you were like, oh, I already know what's gonna happen. You can guess it. But overall, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10.
Well, Vinny, thank you for that review. I know, I think you really enjoyed that film.
It seemed like you enjoyed Walk Among the Tombstones from what I have seen in your review, and No Good Deed, as a matter of fact.
Well, that was No Good Deed, right?
Yeah, No Good Deed you gave a 6, and you gave Walk Among the Tombstone a 5. So that's seems like, hey, it's better than a 1 or a 2 like some other movies you've been given in the past. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. In Vintage Review, he says that he thought that wasn't looking forward to No Good Deed, and he's right. I was not looking forward to No Good Deed. We had the screening last week. They canceled it. You know the story. There was a twist in the plot that they did not want the film critics to reveal. So they canceled all the screenings. So we didn't get to go see the screening and review it last week. So we had to go see it this week. And I was pleasantly
We had to
surprised.
pay our hard-earned money to go see it.
Yeah, we had to pay our $9-10 to go see it, whatever. But I was pleasantly surprised. Much better than I thought it was going to be. Idris Elba is creepy. Creepy. And Taraji P. Henson, I like her in this kind of role. I knew she could handle this kind of family woman who could survive some kind of a disaster kind of thing, without spoilers and no spoilers and that. But I thought it was the plot wasn't really difficult to follow. The guy escapes from prison. He goes to see his old girlfriend. One thing leads to another. He ends up in this other lady's house in a rainstorm.
I like the twist. There is a twist to this movie. Really good. You really, if you're not paying attention, you won't get it until the end. But if you're paying attention, maybe in the middle of the movie, you might put 2 and 2 together.
Near the beginning, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, in the middle, you'll put 2 and 2 together. But it was very sleight of hand, like a magic trick almost. They set this up like this, and if you're not paying attention, you're absolutely right. You're not going to miss it.
Kind of like movie magic.
Yeah, kind of like movie magic. And that's kind of what I liked about this movie. That twist really was kind of interesting for the overall plot of the movie. And the movie kept on going on. I didn't feel like, I knew you felt like it dragged in the middle, but I think that just built the tension up with Idris Elba chasing her around the house.
Yeah, but you know what though? I just felt like there was too much stupid stuff going on. I mean, there was just too much things that, it's just like
Leslie Bibb, she kind of figured it out.
I know, but it's like me letting you come over to my house and we're talking. I give you a hot dog. I give you a glass of wine. I turn the TV on. I smoke a doobie with you. We go outside, smoke a cigarette, and then the lights go out.
And then all of a sudden I'm trying to kill you.
Yeah. So it's like, but it's like, come on. Okay, I'll give you the glass of wine. You get to eat the hot dog. Maybe we'll smoke half a doobie, then you try to kill me. But it's like, don't do all them steps. I mean, we don't need all that.
There's a little bit of that in there in the middle. But I'll be honest, this is a very pleasantly, I'm going to say, it's not a big see it, but I'm going to give No Good Deed to see it. And then now I have Walk Among the Tombstones. Now, we're going to have our Liam Neeson talk a little bit later on a different video. Stay tuned for that. But this is another Liam Neeson movie where he's the guy with the gun, and he's chasing after bad guys, and he was an ex-cop, and he's not really doing much until this guy comes to him and says, "Hey, could you talk to my brother? He's got a job, and I think maybe you might be the guy for the job to help him." So he helps this guy. He is needless to find out that the guy's wife has been kidnapped by these guys, and he wants a ransom. And so Liam Neeson has to go and try to figure out where these guys are, who these people are, who did this, and so he ends up getting embroiled into this whole storyline, this whole thing where these guys have kidnapped other women, and they've kidnapped a little girl from this other couple. And so the whole movie is Liam Neeson trying to piece this together. And in between all this, he meets a little kid, and this little kid helps him, and he kind of becomes like a father figure to this little kid. And I mean, I like that. I mean, that's like a different part of Liam Neeson you don't see in a lot of his movies.
I'm gonna quote the WWE. As Michael Cole says it, it's vintage Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah, it's vintage Liam Neeson. If you've seen a movie by Liam Neeson once, you've seen it in the last 5 years. It seems like it's like formulaic with Liam Neeson movies. This one's got a little different plot to it, but I really, really like this. The storyline
is the same damn character.
Well, over the last 5 years he has.
I mean, what's the deal? I mean,
Taken, Unknown, Non-Stop.
Even in the damn Lego movie, he was still a cop.
Good cop, bad cop, and Lego. He was the villain in A Million Ways to Die in August. We'll get into that a little later. But I'll tell you what, I really like the story. It had a grittiness to it that I really liked. Kind of like The Drop that we reviewed last week. If you didn't see the video, we reviewed The Drop last week. I'm going to give this a see it as well. I like Walk Among the Tombstones.
Well, and I gave it a
6.
I gave it a 6.
No, you gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5. Well, listen, when we come back on the Best Movie Show, we're going to get into some more reviews and some movie talk. So stick around. You're watching the Best Movie Show right here on YouTube.com. Huh?
YouTube.com if you don't speak Italian.